Narrative. What is it? A narrative is a constructive format that describes a sequence of events. Broadly defined, it is considered to be one of four rhetorical modes of discourse. More narrowly defined, as exposition and style, it is the fiction writing mode whereby the narrator communicates directly to the reader. I could suggest looking up narrative on Wikipedia, but I find the entries there attempting to be broad in definition while limited in examples to only a short list of popular structures. A more adequate study would be found in works conducted in game AI, where related to RPG narrative environments, and treatises on understanding theatrical improvisation as a discipline dating to the days of Greek comedy theater. Story, in a defined role as the crucial elements that include plot, characters, and narrative points of view. It is a recounting of a sequence of events with characters in a given set of locations. The style of a narrative may be considered a discourse, from Latin discoursus, meaning running to and from, as this generally refers to written or spoken communication, or the process of communication. The term discourse is used to describe the stylistic choices that determine how the narrative text or performance finally appears to the audience, especially within the framework of terminology used to describe the writer or director's communication with the audience in novels and film. Thus, under story, we have things that exist, or the existence of the narrative story, and things that occur, or events of a narrative story. Existence breaks down further into the active as characters and the passive as environments. Likewise, events may be active and contain some intent, successful or not, to alter the existence or alter the state of the scene, and passive as events that offer no intent to alter much, if anything. Passive events may still unexpectedly alter the state of the scene or even the direction of other narrative elements once reactions of other existence are accounted for. And likewise, active elements may fail to provide sufficient narrative force or any torque of narrative logic to significantly alter anything, but the categorization is still inherent as active and passive events. Remembering that discourse is the style, or the manifestation and the structure, and we have the used artistic medium, and the connected set of narrative statements that together relate the story to an audience. Improvisational theater is a manifestation in a given medium, and the structure of the narrative in that medium is the improvised action, the plot suggestions and guidelines as played out on the stage in action. The improvisational structure itself is that which separates the trope of improvisers and the improvisation from a thespian and stage crew recounting the pre-planned text of a dramatic theater script. Improvisation. A video game, sometimes haughtily referenced as a digital medium narrative environment. I hope is already understood here what a video game is. The structure of a video game is delivered via the game rules and pre-programmed physics. It may also contain certain cinematic elements borrowed from screenplays. It is my contention that to place tabletop and LARP games into this chart, it would squeeze somewhere between these two mediums and structures, and require some hybrid of conceptual metaphors to be used from both of these, as well as some third undefined and totally self-relevant vocabulary that has little to do with these or any other artistic medium. Disclaimer, I have no intent to suggest I have the best method to such a metaphor. I have only one that works for me, or rather, several that I use most frequently because they work for me. Other people may find my metaphor relevant or not. I in no way claim to be using or discussing the only one true method. Like most people, I started with scripted modules and doing lots of prep work on any homebrew. Over time, I found what works for my needs in terms of what I need to know, what I like to know, and what is just extra fluff, and slowly sifted down to what I can bring to the table in a few notes and keep the rest in my head. But that is a matter of experience and comfort that comes from experience, finding a personal mental paradigm and set of mnemonics. The point at which the structured prep work becomes stifling and what aspects are found to be redundant in prep notes and what is capable of being held in the mind is going to be personal. I hate to equate the playing of a game for fun to laboring a creative artistic work, but it is an art and art is work. And whether early on or at some point, I believe strongly that doing the homework preparations will improve the overall ability, and with it, the improvisational ability of any GM of any level of mastery. Latin fianum cum hoc est, Latin discourse, not going anywhere. Discourse, it's get to the heart of the frickin' topic.